Hey family, it's Tasha MIRA Prepping. You already know what time it is. Get your drink, pull up. Let's talk about it. Today we're going to talk about the whole elephant in the room. Everybody talking about prices, shortages, panic buying, things that are missing, cutbacks, bad food, bad fruit, meats. I mean, you name it. It's getting pretty dangerous out here, figuring out and navigating on what to buy, what to get. And one of the topics, of course, is, are we in a recession? Are we not in a recession? Are we backing up from a recession? Are we coming out of a recession? How is inflation? How long is it going to last? And so everybody's battling this at the same time. We're all trying to just survive, pay our bills, work, continue to pay down debt, continue to pay utilities and, rent or mortgage, car payments, insurance, food, and putting food on the table. And things are rough. A lot of people are balancing and juggling what can be paid and when and all of this stuff, making hard decisions. And so I think, in my opinion, things are not going to get better anytime soon. Unfortunately, I do not see the writing on the wall. The things that I follow, the people I follow, the systems, everything that I follow and track is not tracking towards, oh, we're just going to magically come out of something. And we're just all of a sudden going to have, lower prices on food and all of this, okay? And so it's dangerous, right? It's dangerous. It's dangerous even to buy the cheapest stuff right now, because one thing me and my family have been doing for a long time is or not, I shouldn't say a long time, but recently is in months past is going through and figuring out foods, right? Reading the packages, reading the ingredients, and basically discarding food, getting rid of food, and just plain out not buying it anymore. And a lot of that food, you guys, is the cheap food, right? It is the great value food. It is the food that's the cheapest, if you will. So that's very hard in a situation where you have inflation, you're battling inflation, and yet you're also trying to battle, preservatives and chemicals and this and that. And now you're looking at more natural products and different things, right? So that you can address changes, but those changes are expensive, not to mention we're in the middle of high inflation that's going to get higher. So there's a couple things that I wrote down, 3 things that you could kind of do. This is this kind of stuff we're doing or thinking about when you think about changing and adapting to a longer period of inflation, a longer period of shortages and an uncertainty of prices and juggling and trying to figure it out. So one thing I have is do a budget and cut now. Do your budget now, figure out your money now, figure out how far it will go now, and make the cuts now. Don't be thinking and waiting, oh, it's going to get better. Or I seen an article about Procter & Gamble. I think it was like laundry detergent or something, Tide or something, right? And basically they were saying they're doing fantastic, right? They raised their prices and they're still doing fantastic. And they haven't seen a decline in customers changing their mind, if you will, and deciding to downgrade or whatever you want to call it to a different product, whether they're downgrading because it's cheaper, or it's the chemical thing, right? Whatever it is. But this report was basically like, they're doing fantastic. They've raised their prices and they were worried, right? By raising their prices, but they lose customers. And they're basically bragging in this article that they're doing great and they're not losing. So you still have a large part of the population that's going to continue to buy the things that they want, the things that are their favorites, their favorite products, and they're going to make that work. But you need to make a budget now and figure out now, what can you cut? What do you not need? And possibly you're cutting it because of the price, but also because of the effects of you on you and your family. Maybe it's chemicals, maybe it's preservatives, whatever it is. It's not a good product for you and your family anyway. And so you can look for another product, maybe a more natural product, whatever the case may be. Maybe it's even a product that you can make yourself. I don't know. But do a budget and cut now. Figure out how you're going to cut now. Maybe it's a certain meat you're not going to buy anymore, whatever it is, but figure that out now. And the next thing is, do bulk and whole ingredients. Switch your mindset from all the preservative stuff, because that stuff's expensive. All the pre-made, preservative filled stuff that's ready to go in a box and just boom, you just throw it in the saucepan, it's done, right? Or these extra sauces or these whatever, all the pre-made stuff, it's just not good for you, right? It's not good for you, it's not healthy for you, but it's expensive. You know, just since we stopped buying like all the you know, the stuff I say is for kids, right? It's just all the air fryer stuff, microwavable stuff, quickie stuff, French fries, you know, tater tots, the chicken nuggets, the party pizzas, like all that type of food, the corn dogs, like the stuff that's real quick that you could just make in an air fryer or make in a microwave. Pre-made stuff is not healthy for you, is not good for you, is full of all types of stuff, but it is more expensive than when you buy real food, whole ingredients. So concentrate your preps, because you guys, I've been prepping for years, and my preparedness mindset has changed so much over the last couple of years, even in regards to what I'm prepping. I used to just get food and stock it. Get food, stock it. Get food, stock it. Obviously, all the foods we eat, stock it. And now I'm like, no, why? I'm not stocking that anymore, right? I'm not going to stock macaroni and cheese. I love it. We still like it, right? A lot of people don't like that, powdered cheese, whatever. We still like it, stock it. You can, you know, preserve it so it will last longer, right? But now I'm thinking the mindset of, no, if we want macaroni and cheese, we'll make a homemade macaroni and cheese, right? Stockpile the whole ingredients. Get the freeze-dried cheeses that you want, so you have all the cheeses you want for the macaroni and cheese, and freeze-dry that. Make sure you have freeze-dried or powdered butter and milk and creamer and all the stuff you want to make your banging macaroni and cheese, and have that stuff, but buy the bulk whole ingredients. I cannot stress how much more your wallet will appreciate you by buying whole ingredients, even if you can't buy bulk. So I said buy bulk, but I say that so if it's a cost-effective way of doing it, then do it if you're able to do it. But if you're not able to, and you did your budget and you need to do a small thing, that's fine, baby. Just, okay, you can only afford a couple bags of macaroni, let's say, that you want to put up for macaroni and cheese, right? This payday, fine. If you can only afford one number 10 can of some cheese, of some freeze-dried shredded cheeses, and you can only afford one number 10 can this month, then get that number 10 can this month, right? And get your things and start stockpiling it. But whole ingredients, I cannot stress how important that is. Whole grains, whole ingredients, please do that. That's how you get ahead of inflation and beat it, by learning how to cook and make things from scratch and getting your whole ingredients. And it's going to be healthier for you and your family. And then the last thing I have is do it now. Do not wait. Do not wait. Do not wait. Do everything now. Do not wait and believe these people when they say, oh, we're coming out of recession. Oh, inflation is about to be fine. No, winter is going to be bad. We're in summer. We have seasons, right? This isn't some gimmick like, oh, something's happening in winter. No, baby, it's just next, right? It's next in line, right? We're going to hit fall, we're going to hit winter, and they're both going to be bad. Inflation is still going to get through the roof. I don't know about you, but there's a lot of talk right now of gas prices are about to go up, that they're starting to creep up, and they're going to get way worse. And so you're preparing. You should already be preparing for winter, for weatherizing your home and getting ready for different weather changes already. I know it's super, super hot in a lot of places, but you should already be thinking about winter and getting ready. But the food situation, the inflation situation, you should be continuing to prepare to get ahead of that, because that's not going anywhere. And if anything, it's going to get worse, right? Companies are cutting back as well. Their, prices are rising. A lot of talk about certain things. We've talked a lot on this channel lately of rice and wheat and those prices going up. And it's like anything else, right? It's gonna go up, especially if the demand for it is there. And you have people who are panic buying right now, panic buying rice like crazy. All types of limits in stores. Hey, you can only get one bag of rice per family or whatever it is, right? There's a lot of worry, right? People are panicking, and that's what happens. And that's why we prepare, so we don't have to panic. I have zero panic right now when it comes to, rice and food really in general, but that's because I've changed my mindset to whole foods instead of pre-packaged foods, right? And we've ate some of those foods down. We've gotten rid of some of those foods, have given away some of those foods. And so, you just can't do it anymore. And so it's hard switching, because we talk about inflation, and you're like, well, Tasha, you're talking about switching to the more expensive foods, or switching to the more natural products that have less chemicals and have less preservatives and have less stuff, but that stuff is also more. So you're going against what you're saying as far as fighting inflation. And it's a battle in all types of directions. But I think that it's important to try to battle all of it as much as you can. And it's hard. It is hard. I understand, right? If you're in a store and you need, I don't know, whatever product, right? Refried beans, right? And you know that one of those products is super bad for you, or might have stuff in it, let's say Great Value, and you have to buy the more expensive stuff because you don't want to necessarily buy that cheaper can that you've heard some stuff going on about the way they're packaging their food and different stuff that they're putting in the food, right? So it's up to you. You're going to determine what's what, right? Walmart used to be the place. You get some cheap meat, get some stuff. It looked pretty good. These days it's so dangerous, man. It's like disgusting meat is coming out of Walmart, right? Disgusting in the sense too of like, looks like it's bioengineered meat, right? All types of videos right now out on the internet about people who are picking up meat from Walmart, and it looks bioengineered 100%, right? And so that's crazy, right? And all this stuff that they're putting on our fruits now, and it's just not cool, right? So that battle is going to get worse, but you're going to find the balance. You're going to do your budget, and then you're going to find the balance that works for you. Okay. So I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys had a great productive weekend. We did. We are exhausted, but we push on. So I will see you guys next time on the next video. Take care. Bye.